looks like we've arrived at Charles's place. This is our second location. Looks really cool, very different than the last place, but very cool nonetheless. And here we have another Rhino Viper, or the butterfly viper, Bitis nasicornis. And you can see why it's called nasicornis. It has those two horns in the front of its nose. Now this one has actually 4 horns, 2 little ones and 2 really big ones. So it's an amazing species of viper. Personally one of my favorite Bitis species, apart from the Ethiopian mountain adder. Looks a bit like a puff adder but with a bit of a makeover. These bright yellow colors. Very unique and very rare snake as well. As is this one. This one is a very limited range compared to its little cousin slash sister, which is the gaboon adder. They're very similar snakes living in similar habitat. This is a little bit more water based, hence its other name riverjack. These snakes don't get much bigger than they range between 60 to 90 centimeters. So this is already quite a nice individual. The one we had in Eastern Uganda was almost, I wouldn't say double the size, but at least a third bigger and quite a bit thicker. And they're absolutely stunning snakes. You can see all these beautiful rosy rosettes and these colors here that was quite absent in the east. Now they will have some variation in color. They will either be a little bit brighter, a little bit darker, maybe lack a bit of blue, a bit of red, or maybe a little more of a green tinge. But these are absolutely amazing snakes. They're very often found in the pet trade. These rhino vipers, very often collected from the wild out here in places like Uganda, in Congo, all over Central Africa. These are endemic species to Africa, but really beautiful. This is the kind of environment you would find them in. And they're usually in primary forests, but believe it or not, they were found in pockets of secondary forests around here, which is really amazing. It's good to know there's still a population around here. I wasn't expecting to find these here. Snakes, just like puff adders, tend to huff and puff quite a bit. They don't bite as much as the puff adder will, but you can see how beautiful that snake is. They've got roughly keeled scales, which when they're sitting in these log hollows or whatever, as dust and things are falling, they tend to get a lot duller as the time period goes on after a shed. So just before a shed, they usually look very brown and a very rusty color, whereas you can see now this is a really beautifully colored specimen. It's a really amazing snake, one of my favorites. Has a slightly prehensile tail. These Bitis are known to actually go up into the first 2-3 meters of the canopy or of the brush in bushes and little logs. You can hear she's hissing a little bit. You can see on the underside, that's how they use those bottom scales to crawl along the ground in a reticular manner. These are front fang snakes, a very venomous snake. Don't want to get tagged by one of these guys at all. They're front hinge fangs, just like your puff adder and gamood adder. They're slightly less venomous than the two of those, but still a very medically significant bite. You don't want to get bit by these. They're generalist feeders, feeding on anything between rats, mice, small monkeys, shrews, pretty much anything they can get their mouths on. Really amazing snake, slightly slower metabolism. They don't move a lot. They sit and wait to ambush predators. But I've bothered her enough now, so I'm going to put her back where she belongs. So thank you so much guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next snake we catch out here in Uganda. Peace.